Check 1 2, check 1 2. Alright, let's lower this down a little bit. Alright. Hello everyone, happy Friday. Happy Friday. It is the weekend. And I was, let's see. No, actually no. What the heck was I thinking about? Anyway. So welcome back to the channel everyone. My name is Kintsugi. I am today going to be doing some bowl repair, and this is going to be broadcast both on YouTube and Twitch. Just a reminder for everyone that's watching right now. So, if you haven't seen this, if you notice a thumbnail up in the corner over here, it does say take 2, and I have done a Kintsugi stream before with a different bowl, or well, actually, the same bowl. So there's a smaller bowl on the thumbnail, and I actually re-broke that one. So the original reason why we're even doing this Kintsugi stream is because the red bowl, that big red bowl up in the thumbnail, it's one of my favorite ramen bowls, and I was originally just going to buy a replacement for it, but it's hard apparently to find a replacement for that thing. So instead of tossing it out and just forgetting about it completely, I'm just gonna try to fix it. And in the process, the smaller bowl that I have over here, I originally fixed that with a different Kintsugi strip, Kintsugi kit. There we go. I fixed that smaller bowl with the original Kintsugi strip like maybe a couple of months ago, and for the most part, it did not work like I expected. So apparently the original kit I used was a cheap epoxy kit and totally not suitable for anything other than decorative ceramic work and not food safe. So what I had to do to be able to do this properly is I actually had to boil down the epoxy away, and this took quite a while to do. I think there's the only footage I have of me taking out the epoxy from the smaller bowl because it's what do you call this? It's yeah, like I said, it's not food safe. The epoxy's not food safe, and it looked pretty ugly. I'm not gonna lie, it looked pretty ugly after I got done with it. No amount of sanding was gonna fix that. So I wanted to do it over again, so I re-broke this thing into tiny little pieces, and we're gonna do it with a proper kit. Supposedly there's a proper kit. It's more expensive and the ingredients are a little bit different. But yeah, that's where we are right now. So let me get the camera out and move myself. All right, here we go. So this is the kit I bought to deal with our broken pottery problem. This is an actual Kintsugi kit from Japan. Supposedly the ingredients are different, so it doesn't use epoxy. I think it actually uses lacquer according to this pamphlet. And they do have a YouTube video on how to fix it, but we're not going to be watching the YouTube video today. Instead, we're going to be just reading from the pamphlet and hopefully getting this done correctly. So let's let me check really quick to see if they have any ingredients. Let's see. So what do we have here? We have some urushi. What the heck is urushi? Oh, it's a lacquer. Urushi lacquer. Spatula. A bunch of gold powder. Alternate gold powder. plastic spatula, silk, pure silk cotton, and a plate. A plate. Oh, the plate to mix the gold. I see, I see. A wiper, English manual, which is this thing. We regret that the turpentine oil included in our repair kit is prohibited from being exported from Japan, therefore we cannot ship it abroad. Good news is that it's usually available at your local supply store. Turpentine. Am I gonna need turpentine for this? Anyway, I have seen reviews of this kit that if you have a allergic reaction to, what do you call this? Poison ivy. If you have an allergic reaction to poison ivy, definitely be extra careful with this. I am wearing gloves right now. So I'm wearing gloves when working with this kit, and whenever you work with any messy stuff anyways, always good idea to wear some gloves. Is it possible to eat from the repaired bowls if I use the kit? Or is it not food safe? This is 100% natural, no chemicals added. However, if you need a 100% food safe, you should choose a genuine gold or genuine silver dust for your repair. As the alternative or natural pearl powders. Wait a minute, what? Alternative or natural pearl powders. Since artificial products are not made for food safe purposes, be sure to choose genuine powders which are considered food safe. Natural pearl gold powder. Use genuine gold or genuine silver dust for repair instead. Okay, so probably still, maybe still not 100% food safe, but probably better than the epoxy. Urushi drying time takes too long. How fast can I complete the kit? It's not DIY. Kintsugi form of art, not just a DIY repair method. Time consuming. Some say it takes a year to finish. A year? What? I don't understand this concept. You should be able to enjoy the repair process. Huh. I wonder if I can repair both bowls. I wasn't expecting this to take a year. Imagine a 1 year long stream. I don't think that's gonna work out. Okay. We're just gonna have to wing this. I'm gonna be using the big bowl as my guinea pig for now, and if I do the smaller bowl, it might be off stream. Hopefully I have enough time to do it on stream. But we'll see about that. We'll see about that. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, just some caution stuff because we are dealing with something that causes allergic reaction. Drying. Urushi normally begins to harden at 70 to 90% humidity. At temperature of more than 20 to 25. Usually takes 3 to 10 days to dry. Wet towel in a box. Apparently you need a wet towel in a box. Use a box with a cover. Place a wet towel and the lacquer object is shown. Make sure the lid is fully closed. Keep checking in the towel for drying. Okay. For food safety reasons, please use real gold or silver powder for daily dishwashes instead of artificial metallic powders like the ones we have here. Unsuitable objects for application. Pre-painted woods. Basic direction for Urushi. Take an amount and apply it on the plate. Close tube cap ASAP. Use a very small amount of turpentine to thin when the Urushi is too thick. Well, if I knew that, I would look for some turpentine, but we don't have any turpentine. Maybe I should have looked this up ahead of time. I thought we would have everything in this kit, but I guess not. Tap water and wheat flour onto a plate. Should be soft wheat flour. Wheat flour, soft wheat flour. I only have all-purpose flour. I'm gonna need flour and water. Do not use other kinds. Can measure with a small spoon. Easier use a small flat plate without a curve. Don't mix them. Be sure it's not too watery. Knead well until the mixture has a stickiness. I see. I want so it wants me to use cake flour or pastry flour, but I wonder if all-purpose flour is going to be okay. Thing is, I don't know how much I should use. Maybe 1 tablespoon of each would be okay. The only reason why you would want to use wheat in this case is because you want a little bit of gluten formation. Is that it? Because if I use starch to thicken, there won't be any gluten formation from starch. Man, okay, so this is going to be quite a bit different than I expected this to be. Well, you didn't miss the part where I broke it originally, but this is the video, the process of me re-breaking the small bowl I had from last time. So this small bowl I had to re-break because it wasn't really that great of a fixing job, for 1, and 2, I wanted to do it properly, so we're using a different kit, which is this kit that supposedly is better for food safe stuff, though we do have artificial metallic powders here. Supposedly the artificial metallic powders are not food safe, though I think it might be okay. It might be okay. And the manual says I need turpentine. I did not realize I needed a turpentine. So hopefully it's not going to be too... I hope it's not going to be too, what do you call this? Too bad of a job without turpentine. Because I think turpentine is mainly used to dilute the lacquer. I believe the turpentine is used to dilute the lacquer. Anyone who's done any sort of arts and crafts, pottery stuff, let me know, because I do not know. Don't forget to wear rubber gloves. We got gloves. I do need to get some tap water and flour really quick though, because I didn't realize I was actually part of the thing. So it wanted cake flour or pastry flour, probably because we don't want too much gluten formation somehow. I was hoping I could use some starch, but starch does not seem to be recommended. Okay. Anyway, let's get everything out that we need. What's this? Japan-made Fuki Urushi wiper. I'm gonna set that aside. I don't think we need that here. But we do have bamboo sticks for mixing the dye. A really thin brush up here. Let's see if we can... And then a nice fluffy brush. I haven't seen a brush like this since for a while, since I was painting. Sounds like they're trying to keep it from getting too goopy, which was the problem from the last one, right? Well, the problem from the last one was we used a epoxy kit. This does not use epoxy. This is a lacquer kit. So that's the main difference. The epoxy, especially the epoxy I was using, was a quick dry epoxy, which meant that it gets really hot when it comes in contact with the air and dries really quickly because of that. This one though, according to the instructions, I have to put it in a moist environment, hopefully like in a box. So it wants a 70 to 90% humidity environment, so I would have to get a towel, soak it with water, put it in a box, close the box, put the bowl with the repairs in said box in order to harden it, and that's going to take 3 days to 10 days, 3 to 10 days to finish the process basically. So I won't know until maybe like mid next month what the results are. But at the very least, putting it together here like a Jenga puzzle, that's a different story. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And the drying, hopefully I can show that at some point. Okay, so so this are the gold powders, artificial gold powders, natural pro gold, extreme test of patience. Yeah, kind of, sort of. Excuse me. Kind of, sort of. I've had, if you want extreme test of patience, I've done a black garlic in a rice cooker for 30 days. Now that is extreme test of patience. I just kind of had to forget about it, but it's a little difficult to forget about it when you can smell it every single day. Anyway, here are our gold powders. Apparently we have 2 different types. What are the types here? So this is the alternate gold powder. I'm not exactly sure what that means, to be honest. And this is natural pro gold powder. I also don't know what that means. Was it worth it? Which is sexier? I'm not sure which was sexier, but was the black garlic worth it? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. But I haven't really made any good use out of it, so that's on me. That's on me. Okay, so I think this is the lacquer. It has an so this is the lacquer. It does have an allergy warning next to it because if you have a allergy to poison ivy, then this will cause irritation in your skin. Bad irritation in your skin. So that's why they recommend gloves, and that's why they recommend you be extremely careful with this. Apparently we got some tape here. I'm not sure what the tape is for. Maybe to make the designs a little bit more straight-lined. Oh, they do give you gloves, but I'm using my own gloves. What is this? Some kind of silk cotton. I don't know what this is for. Maybe this is for like some fine cleanup. Probably not going to use it today. I'm going to set that aside. This is Tonoko powder. I don't know what the Tonoko powder is used for, but we have it here in quite a decent amount. Got sandpaper, that's definitely for finishing. Not going to be using this today. That's going to be used when we have when the finished product is dried. Whoa. Okay. There we go. We do get a nice little saucer here for the gold mixing process. So I'm gonna get some flour, I'm gonna get some water, maybe like 1 tablespoon of each, and I'll be back with this. So let's see. Let me just put this on screen for now, and I'm gonna be back with some goop in this dish. Be right back. I need to make a be right back. BRB, and there we go. Be right back. All right, and I am back. So apparently 1 tablespoon of flour and water was a little bit too much, so I'm going to be using half a tablespoon instead. Okay, so it should be soft. Oh wait, no. Mix with a small spoon. Might be mixing this all right, though I don't know if I'm going to be using a small spoon. Okay, let's use one of this bamboo skewer to mix this. Anyway, this is a little weird. I didn't think I was going to be doing some baking with my... I didn't realize I was going to do some baking with my pottery repair. But I think I've heard of people using rice actually to repair stuff. So maybe this is kind of the same... Maybe there's kind of the same principle here. Like really wet, overcooked rice to... Maybe not overcooked. Really wet, a little bit more than cooked rice to glue stuff together. I don't remember if I saw that actually from a documentary or did I see that from Konosuba. I know Aqua did something like that. And apparently it's a thing. Apparently it's a thing. Okay, look at that. We got a little batter here. Gonna wipe this off. Okay, next then mix the Kintsugi pure urushi and knead it well. How much do I put in? How much do I put in? Mugi urushi has a strong odor. Please do this in a well-ventilated room. Okay. Ventilation I do not have in this room, but I will be using a mask. Safety first, people. Safety first. So my mouth is probably not going to be moving while I do this. All right. And the tracking... the tracking is dead. Oh well. I'm here. I'm still here. Okay, which one's the Which one's the Mugi urushi? Oh, it's probably actually Kintsugi pure urushi. It's probably labeled here. Hopefully it's labeled. I just don't know how much to use. Hopefully it's not too much. Okay. This does feel like a more legit kit than the other one. Pure urushi, that's what I'm going to be using today. I'm not sure what this Neri Bengara urushi is, but I feel like we're going to be using it somewhere in the middle. Maybe. Okay. How much am I going to use of this? It doesn't say how much. It just says mix it with the urushi together and knead well until the mixture has a stickiness like the image below. Apparently we want it kind of sticky, but it doesn't really specify how much. Oh, okay, and it's sealed. Well then. It's... Well, they do say it's an art form to get to do this correctly. So we're learning actual art today. This is not a simple DIY kit. It's a DIY kit, but it also apparently takes a little bit of discipline. Okay, let's see how much I need to use here. Oh, let's use a little bit for now because let's see. Hopefully, okay, let's just do that much for now because I don't want to use too much, and we can always add more, but not less. See if I can zoom in a little bit. Okay, I think I'm gonna need a little bit more than this, right? Yeah. I'm gonna need more than that. Probably 1 to 1 to 1. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. And already I have some mess on my fingers, so really easy to get it on my hands. This is why they recommend gloves. Again, especially if you have poison ivy, allergies, wear gloves. I don't have poison allergies, I think. Okay, I think I need a little bit more. It's not goopy enough. It's definitely not quite goopy enough yet. I am. It looks like I'm making something that looks dough-like. I'm hoping that's okay, because I'm not, like I said, I'm not using cake flour, I'm using all-purpose flour. This would be worse if I only had bread flour. But it does look very bready. Guess I need a little bit more because I don't have the same consistency here as what it does in the picture. Pure urushi knead well. If it's not sticky, add urushi little by little. Okay. We're learning here, people. We're learning here. That's what we do in this channel. We explore new worlds. That both in game and in the real world. And this is one of them. We challenge ourselves by doing things we're not comfortable with, including this. VTubing itself is a exploration. So I feel like I have at least completed my mission statement that way. Okay, this is definitely not sticky. I hope I don't like finish this entire thing off. I'm hoping I'm also using the correct tube here. I'm assuming I am. Okay. Mein Gott. I'm making bread on stream, but not the way I expect it to be. I'm supposed to use spoon with this, but we'll just use the bamboo stuff because I don't want to sacrifice a spoon. That's not quite thick yet. It's not quite thick yet. 3 drops at a time, 3 drops at a time. Oh, did it freeze? It froze. Hold on, let me get the camera back up. I think it froze. Oh no, it's okay, it's okay. Why did it freeze like that? Don't scare me, camera. Don't scare me, camera. This is quite relaxing. This seems like something you would do on a very chill afternoon or evening, depending on when you like to do stuff like this. Yeah, I don't think this is what it's supposed to look like. It's definitely not coming together like. If it's not sticky, keep adding. I'm gonna keep adding. But I'm hoping it becomes sticky soon. I don't want to use an entire vial and entire like tube and not get anything out of this. I feel like I'm just making bread. Really toxic bread. This kit's not cheap, by the way. Let me just reiterate, this kit is not cheap. I think the previous epoxy kit was roughly 40 to 50 bucks. This one is twice that much because of the lacquer. that they use in here. Not to mention the expensive shipping cost because it came straight from Japan. While the other one you could have probably just picked up in any local hobby shop, to be honest. I think I'm just making bread. It's not quite sticky. Okay, how much of this do I need to use? Am I using the right tube? Pure urushi, it's pure urushi. Oh boy, I'm hoping... Please, 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 please. Tell me I'm not gonna use this entire tube. Maybe I'm just using... Maybe it's because I'm just using the wrong flour. Is that probably it? Not because I'm using the wrong flour. I wouldn't doubt it. Man, it's hot in this room. If I turn on the fan though, everything's gonna go flying around, so I don't want to do that. Okay. It's I wouldn't call it sticky. It's definitely bready. I've made some gluten here. Probably shouldn't have been making gluten. But we have some gluten. So essentially we have poisonous dough here. I don't think it's quite sticky enough yet though. I'm going to use a little bit more. I just wish they actually had some ratios in here, because I feel like I'm using too much of the tube. I need to quarantine these tubes once I'm done. There's already a bit of leakage happening on where the opening is. I think I'm just making bread. This is bread. It's poison ivy bread. That sounds yummy, doesn't it? Wouldn't recommend eating it unless you want to get hives all over. No allergic reaction or yes. Okay. I think I'm just making bread here. Well, I can't tell if this is sticky or this is gluten. It's a little tough to figure out. Man, it looks like I just made bread though. Or dough. Stir them into gruel. Sticky bread dough. It's not looking like the picture. Let me show you what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to look like this. That's not what this is not what we're getting. Instead, we're getting something like goop. And I don't know if this passes or this is just gluten. I'm gonna add some more. If I use half the tube, then I think we can probably say I used too much, and we can continue and see if it does anything. So, but the original plan today was to try to fix 2 bowls. I'm gonna try to fix 1 bowl instead. And see another time by myself if cake flour makes a difference with this, because I sure as heck cannot tell with this all-purpose flour. Okay. Man. Backseating is allowed on this stream. Backseating is 100% allowed on this stream. Okay, I think this is as good as it's gonna get. I honestly don't know if this is what I'm looking for, but that's the closest I can get it. I'm just hoping that's not just gluten. I'm hoping that actually has some properties we're looking for in a kit like this. And I'm hoping I just did not make bread dough, because it looks very bread doughy. Okay. Alright, apply the mixture to both sides of the crack with a bamboo spatula and reattach the piece. Alright, let me show you what we're working with. This... Make sure my fingers are good. Hello, Hoge. Welcome back. As you can see, my tracking is off the rails right now because I do have a mask on. Because we are working with toxic substances and protection is paramount. So, I'm going to be working on this bowl today. We do have this bowl from last time that I fixed and had to re-break for this kit in order to do this properly. But I don't think I'm gonna... okay, I may try it on this one also, but let's do the one with less pieces to work with before we go for the bigger piece. So this is a science class? Yeah, in essence, this is a science class and arts and craft class, because they kind of overlap if you ask me. Okay, so we're going to be applying this goop. So this goop is called Mugi Urushi. This is what we're going to use on the cracks over here. This very nice clean crack, caused by my countertop, by the way. All it takes is 6 inches drop, apparently, to create a crack in my bowl. What kind of weak sauce bowl is this? What kind of weak sauce bowl is that? Let's see. Bamboo spatula. This is a bamboo spatula, right? Yeah, I got 2. Got 2. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, this is gonna be new for me and everyone. Okay. Why is it not sticking? I knew it, I just made bread dough. This is just bread dough, because I didn't use the right flour. I may have to try again another time. Yeah, that is dough. That is definitely dough. I need like a... Oh, I probably should be using not the spiky end now that I think about it. Why do I have the spiky end then? Hold on. Okay, they gave me 2 spatulas, so I can try using the other one. That is dough. Okay, let's try this one. Again. Alright, flat side, flat side. With the apparently poison bread dough now. Hope that's actually catching on camera, but as you can see, the dough is not really sticking too well on the cracks because of the gluten. There's too much gluten in this mix. That's probably why they say use cake flour. Okay, that's one side. The nice thing about this kit is it doesn't dry in like 2 minutes, unlike the epoxy kit from last time. Epoxy kit, you worked under a time limit, and it was stressful and definitely not a good fix. This one though, you can take your time because the drying time is almost 2 weeks. Yeah, I definitely think I made the mixture wrong because what it asked for was a 1-to-1 ratio of soft wheat flour, which is cake flour or pastry flour. I bake, but I don't use cake flour at all. I use all-purpose flour or bread flour for everything. I so happen to have all-purpose flour. Thankfully, not bread flour. I think it's still doing the job. It's just very messy. Like, see here, this ceramic Dorito chip is definitely getting a glazing. But I don't know if I'll be able to fix this glazing later on. Hopefully I can. Hopefully I can. Let's see. Apply the mixture to both sides of the crack. Okay, so we need to do it. Oh, I should have done this here first. I should have done it on there first. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to set that aside. I'm just hoping it doesn't affect it too much. Right? I'm just hoping it doesn't affect it too much. So while I'm doing this and trying to my best to use bread as a glue, how's everyone doing today? Done anything? Do you have anything you've done this past week that you're proud of? Or something you've learned, anything that you've, what do you call this? That you would like to share to the class, basically. Now is the time to do a little sharing to the class. While the teacher over here, teacher/student, tries to mend a bowl. Compact thickness, I think I'm not exactly sure what kind of thickness what do you call this? I'm not exactly sure what kind of thickness or stickiness in this case the proper flour would have. I did think about using cornstarch or potato starch instead, but apparently we want a little bit of gluten to hold this thing together. So I can't exactly go to the store right now, and I should have looked at the instructions before I started. So we're kind of just winging it. Also did not realize that I may need turpentine with this kit. So no turpentine, but it doesn't seem like it's absolutely necessary. So that's a good thing. It's more like if you have turpentine and you need to dilute this stuff, use turpentine, but we don't have turpentine. The important part here is the urushi. That's the important part. Okay, so I have it on both sides. and I just stick it together. That's it. That's it. Wait, when does the gold come in? When does the gold come in? Hold on. I'm gonna stick these two together, and we may be watching a YouTube video really quick. Apparently, there's a how-to YouTube video. Oh, that works really well, actually. That works super well. Look at that. That works super well. We're gonna be we may have to watch a YouTube video really quick and see how this is supposed to be done. French fries came from Belgium? Really? Would not have guessed that. And Paris being an island, maybe back in Pangaea, yeah. But look at that, it's already glued together. That's definitely gonna take days to come together. Okay, let's watch a Actually, can I do a watch YouTube video on YouTube? I am dual streaming this. Huh. Hold on. Let me turn off the music here. And I do have my mask. Ah. Supposedly the urushi has a really strong odor. I'm not smelling it, maybe because my sense of smell is terrible. I don't smell it. I don't smell it. But I hope... Let me see about getting this YouTube video. I'll probably just play the audio. Because I don't know about actually showing the video on screen. Not sure what kind of copyright breaches that might have. Okay, let me see here. Meijiro Kintsugi on YouTube. It is a 29-minute video. Okay, I'm just gonna go through it really quick then, because I don't think we have time to do a 29-minute video on here. So let me see. So we do mix flour, we do mix water. We do apply the mixture to both sides of the crack. They're using a special spatula to do it. It is sticky, and but it's not quite the same texture as I have on my dish over here. They are wearing gloves. It does look a little. It does look quite a bit stickier than what I have. I do see some gluten formation on that spatula, kind of like glue, but it's definitely a different quality than what I have. Hey Bison, what's up? I'm looking through a video that this maker has put out for this kit, just to make sure I've covered my bases as far as doing everything correctly. So far, I think I'm doing halfway decently. We've gotten to the part where we've attached the broken pieces together, and they have some tape apparently. And what I'm supposed to do is attach the tape on the cracks over here, to get rid of the excess gunk that we have put in. Yep, we are skimming through the video. We're skimming through the video. I'm just not showing it on screen just because of copyright stuff, but I know there's a lot of people that do. I know there's a lot of people that do like meme review stuff on Twitch, but I don't know as far as how kosher that is, to be honest. So I'm not gonna do that here. Looks like they do have another segment here for making the gold filling. Why are they, oh, this is for later though. Oh wait, no. Wait, what's up? Okay, it will take 7 to 14 days for the thing to dry. If your repair is small, minor, less than 7, so fix them with a masking tape or hold it tighter in place. So we do the tape. After it is fully dry, carefully file the repaired area with a sandpaper to even out the surface. Mugi urushi mixture only lasts for 2 days in the fridge, so it's best not to make too much. If you get too much urushi on your object, carefully wipe it off with a bit of turpentine oil on a cloth. Oh, that's what the turpentine is for. The turpentine is to dilute the urushi on the actual pottery. I see. I see. Now, as far as the gold portion, so the gold portion is, I think, the gold portion, I think, is to fill in the gaps that you don't have pottery stuff for. Remove traces of excess urushi with a knife blade. It is as toxic as poison ivy. If you know what poison ivy is or poison oak, it's about as toxic as that. So it's not like super hazardous to health, but if you are allergic to those, then be careful. Be extra careful. You should always wear gloves when doing this kind of thing, but be extra careful with this one though. If you are, what do you call this? If you are allergic to poison ivy. I should actually post the link to the video. So here is the link to the video if you want to check out what I'm seeing. I am at about 17 minutes in right now. I'm skipping around. So it seems like the gold portion of this process happens after 14 days. I'm probably not going to stream that. I was hoping to be able to do it all at once, but we're not actually going to do that all at once. Today is just going to be a attachment stream, basically. If I do the gold portion, we'll probably do it on another day. That way the pottery is super dry at that point. And it looks like the silk cotton thing that they added to the kit is mainly for like dusting decoration on the bowl. Yep, you'll pretty much get a rash. Okay, so all right, I'm gonna get another set of gloves. Oh wait, I'm gonna use the gloves that they gave. Okay. I don't think this is giving off any bad fumes, so I'm gonna take the mask off. Well, I'm gonna leave the mask off though. The mask is already off right now. Okay, so we're not going to be doing any gold dusting today. I thought we would get there. So this is new for everyone. But instead, Oh wait, did the camera? Oh, the camera disconnected. Yep, the camera disconnected. Hold on, let me get that back up. Why did it disconnect? Why? Hmm, it disconnected for some reason. Okay, the screen has gone black. I can't see anything on my camera. Let me see if I can get a replacement here. Good thing we got 2 of these. All right. So I guess what I need to do after this is use the tape that they gave us. Use the tape that they gave us to remove the excess what do you call this, glue on here. I'm gonna call it a glue because that's essentially what it is. And I need to find a box cutter or something. Maybe I need to go to a craft store and get one of those really sharp cutting knives so that I can scrape off the excess glue, dried glue, when the time comes. Yep, that's probably what's going to happen. All right, I'm going to set up the other camera because the one I was using died. And this camera likes to shut off. Can't have anything nice, apparently. Okay, let's be careful with this. All right, and then we're live again. Hold on, I need to adjust this. What makes having an allergic reaction, and if it's extreme, it can swell up your body and potentially suffocate and die. Yes, yes. Very bad stuff. Very bad stuff. All right. So here is the tape that they gave us. We're going to be using this to hold this together. Well, I didn't break the bowl on purpose. So this bowl, this red ramen bowl that I have, I was clearing out my dishes and it slipped and fell on the counter, and apparently it was the force on the counter was enough to break this. The other bowl I have, the smaller bowl that you see on the image up in the corner, that also suffered the same fate, except that it broke on the floor and not the counter. So that was even worse. That was much worse. But no, I did not break it on purpose. I did not break it on purpose. Not on purpose. What I did though is for the smaller bowl, I did fix it before with an epoxy, but I didn't like how it came out. So what I did with that one is I melted off, if you can see here, see on this video, I melted off the epoxy to redo it. That's about the extent of my intentionally breaking stuff. And since we have a lot of urushi still left over, and we're gonna work on the small bowl also. In a way, it was in a way I broke the small one intentionally, but that was because I wanted to redo it. But it's not like I broke stuff I have emotional and sentimental value. On purpose. That would be dumb. That'd be super dumb. And you shouldn't be doing stuff unless it's for science. And you don't mind breaking it. I did not do it for science. I did not do it for science. As far as my emotional attachment to these porcelain pieces, so the only reason you would actually try to fix something is because you have some sort of sentimental attachment to said stuff, right? So the smaller bowl, my sentimental attachment to the smaller bowl is because that was one of the pottery pieces I got in Japan. So during my trips, I found a pop-up store that was selling some really high quality pottery stuff, and that was one of the things I got. I got a soup/rice bowl, and I like it. I used it daily. I used it daily. Can you call me Ruka? Yes, of course. Of course, you can call me Ruka. I encourage everyone to call me Ruka. It's easier that way. It's easier that way. All right, so I'm gonna set this aside. I'm gonna put this in a box when I'm ready, and that's where it's gonna dry. So we're gonna work on the second piece now. So this second piece is gonna be a little bit more complicated because we have not 2 pieces, not 3 pieces, but 5 pieces. And 3 of those pieces are very, very small. So I'm not sure how this is going to work out. I put this together before, and I think I'm missing a smaller piece from last time. So this is going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. But this is the... excuse me. I wish I could... Actually, I can probably drink some water. I can drink some water. All right. So this smaller piece, though, is... Camera, why? Camera, why you do that? Sec, I'm gonna have to get this camera back up. I wish I had a better camera to use, like maybe a webcam or something, but I don't have it. So we're gonna just have to deal with scuffed cell phone camera. It's not too scuffed, but it is a pain in the butt whenever it disconnects, which is like quite often. Alright, let's put this back. Hopefully it works. Sounds like I'm having fun at least. Yes, I am actually. I am. So I think this might work. So if you have any like broken pottery with high sentimental value, try fixing it. Try fixing it. Now whether or not it's going to be similar to what I'm doing here. It's a different story. Okay, maybe I shouldn't use this doughy part. Probably the doughy part's not something I want to use. Maybe it's this other part up here that... Oh, wait, it might actually be this one. Well, Ruka is... I feel like Ruka is a little bit more casual. Ruka is definitely a bit more casual. You can call me Haruka if you want to, though. I will say, I'm gonna tell you guys ahead of time. There's gonna be probably spoilers, but I'm going to be changing my name in the future, mainly because my name isn't exactly doesn't exactly indicate anything about my personality. It's a name I've used for a very long time, but it doesn't exactly indicate anything about my personality. So, in the future, spoilers, I will be doing an upgrade, and with that upgrade comes a name change, which if you're on Twitch, you already have the name to be on. You already have the name, you already know my name. I kind of jumped the gun there trying to experiment with stuff just to see how it would work on Twitch, and I just found out you can't change your name but every 60 days, so yeah. It is very business casual. It is very business casual. I will say though, the new name, well, if you're on Twitch, it's not a new name for you. It is the name. It is the name that I have been using for years and years and years. So Ruka will always stay, but the form that Ruka takes can change. So in the next form of Ruka, we're going to be known as Ruka R&D, because I want to make this channel into something where we do something a little bit different from the normal. A little bit of exploration, a little bit of experimentation. This definitely falls into the realm of experimentation. Doing something we've never done before. And I hope this actually sticks. Maybe I'll actually use a little bit of gluten. So that also means games that maybe most people don't play but have something interesting to them, like Lobotomy Corporation. Or games I haven't played before, because that's also an exploration. Doesn't mean it's going to be like a mainstream game. It can be, but it's not the focus. It's definitely not the focus. As long as it's new for people in general and me myself that I can get a new experience out of, then I will stream it. Before this, though, I used to be known as the guy that streamed a bunch of Atelier games, and that was basically how I started my streaming career. And I realized as I kept on doing it that those types of games are not exactly everyone's cup of tea. So my Atelier series is going to be on hold for a while until we build this organization back up, or build the organization in general, and have a bigger enough audience to introduce those kinds of games to. I guess we need to start doing something like lists of things Dr. Ruka is not allowed to do. I haven't done anything too reprehensible, have I? At least I don't think so. So you're gonna go and do new in your own way. I have always been doing that. Hoge. Is it Hoge or Hogue? How do you pronounce your name, by the way? Oh, jeez, I need some more water. I get dehydrated super easily. I've always been doing things my own way. ever since I started streaming, it's not like I was doing most of the popular games. Now I might have done some of the games that people like to stream quite a bit, like what was one of them? Passport was one of them. I think Kukiyomi. A lot of the games that you see everywhere, I try to avoid that just because it's so saturated and there's too much of it. But I don't really want to see it. I don't want to like add to that list, you know? But at the same time, I understand that people like to see games that they can easily react to. So that's a shared experience with everyone, right? At least that's my understanding. Correct me if I'm wrong. But that's my understanding. You do want to play familiar games so that you have a shared experience with everyone. And it's relatable to a lot of people, but I don't know, I just feel like there's too much same stuff. Someone has to go out there and forge new stuff, even though I'm not exactly a big name or anything like that. Someone has got to do their stuff that they like, not just because everyone is doing it, they gotta do stuff that they like. Yeah, that's basically what I was trying to do, Bison. And it's still what I'm trying to do, but I'm trying to do it in a little bit different way. Or at least I'm trying to approach it a little bit differently. Pogue is like Doge. Is it? Okay. On the Doge dog thing, how is dog pronounced? Is it Doge? Because whenever I hear Doge, it just sounds wrong. It just sounds incorrect. But apparently, Doge is actually how it's spelled. Is actually how it's pronounced. Is that right? Is that right, or am I crazy? Because it just sounds wrong. But then again, it is a meme word, so I guess that's a thing. Okay, this is pretty much bread. This thing is pretty much bread. I don't think bread's gonna stick too well, but I do have glue-ish like stuff here. Maybe that'll work. Dogin Laka. Dogin Laka. Doga. Doga. Doge. Dogen. Reminds me, I haven't watched much Dogen recently. Hoge. Hoge, as in Doge. I'm gonna have to remember that because it's... I'm not you. It just sounds... Doge just sounds wrong. It just sounds wrong even though it probably isn't wrong. Okay. I think this is glued up fairly nicely. It's probably not the best glue job because of the flour I use, but hopefully it'll be okay. In hindsight, though, this is half a tablespoon of supposed glue. I probably could have used less. Next time, if I do this again, I'm gonna be using like a 1/4 tablespoon, I think. Okay. Can I just say how amazing this fits together? Like, look at this. It actually sticks. It actually sticks like glue. Holy crap. I'm impressed. Okay, where is it? Okay, so we have 3 more pieces to go. I think this piece goes here. Let me just show you. I think this piece goes here. But these two kind of like form a tooth thing in this side, so that's going to be a little bit tricky. I'm going to work on this piece first. Lakota. I don't know how to pronounce those accents, Bison. That just sounds weird to me. Doge, the E makes the O sounds out. So Doge? 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 Because that's how we pronounce it. Doge. Not Doge. 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 Alright, I probably should put this in the camera more. I'm really bad about this camera angle stuff with live things. It's a little difficult. Ooh, got lots of bread glue here. Okay, so no gold this time. Maybe I'll do a part 2 of this process where we actually do the sanding and the glue portion. Not the glue portion. There's the glue portion where we do the sanding and the gold portion. That way we can make this into a series, kind of. Because it is interesting. I like it. I wonder if I can just flush this the extra lacquer down the sink. Hopefully enough water is going to be okay to make it. I mean, it's environmentally friendly as far as the ingredients of this thing. I think lacquer is from oak, I believe. And then we're using flour and water. So it's at least good for the environment, or at least not bad for the environment. I'm not sure about the pipes though, but hopefully. Okay. Let's see about attaching that. Oh, I probably should have done that first. Okay, let's do that piece first and then here. And hopefully that's a good enough fix. I am gonna need to get us a new glove. Okay, that is not good. That's not good. I'm gonna need to get a new glove here after I put it together. It's like the GIF wars of again. And yes, I will say GIF. I refuse to say the other pronunciation. I will say GIF. Just to annoy the people who say the other pronunciation. Because the other pronunciation just sounds pretentious. It may be correct, but it sounds pretentious. So I refuse to say it. I refuse to say it like that. Okay, I'm definitely gonna need a lot of tape for this corner. It's not a tight fit, but it will do. It will do. I'm gonna have to use a lot of tape though. I'm hoping it's gonna be good enough. Okay, I need a new set of gloves because there's just too much junk and I don't want to spread it all over the place. Be right back. One more set of gloves. Wow. You say it like Jif and always think of peanut butter. You know, that's perfectly fair, and that's probably why I don't say it like Jif. I don't say it like that. I say it GIF because Animated images are a gift. At least I feel like they're a gift. It does take some, at least for like, especially like pixel art animated gifs. Pixel art animated gifs are always a pleasure to watch, because it does take quite a bit of it does take quite a bit of work to make that. And I admire the pixel art. So yeah. Speaking of pixel art, I probably should do some pixel art streams again. It's just, I really haven't had time to do much of anything regarding that. Like drawing and art. I did do those streams before. I enjoy doing them. Just a little bit difficult to find the time to slot it. Especially since I'm doing Lobotomy Corporation. Lobotomy Corporation, 80 hours to complete it on average, I think. 60 to 80 hours. So I need to dedicate 2 days a week to finish that in a timely manner, and not in like 3 years. So that's why I'm doing Lobotomy Corporation two times a week. Otherwise, I'd probably have a little bit more variety in my schedule. Okay, I think it goes on this side. I think it goes on this side. And we have one more piece here. This is so small. The gunk is gonna get all over the place. If I had an ASMR mic, I would probably use it here, but there's really not much sound to pick up. There's a little scrapings here and there, but otherwise really not that much sound to pick up. Gosh darn it, it's so sticky. So sticky. And very difficult to position without getting it all over your fingers. Thank you, Hogue. Hogue. I'll get it right one of these days. Yeah. I'm actually more known for my relaxing streams, but Lobotomy Corporation does not lend itself well to that. Okay, I'm hoping. A back massage by stepping on you. Sure, I can do that, but it's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you. I charge a $100 per hour to do that kind of thing. Also, I don't weigh that much, so I don't think I'm gonna do. I don't think I'm gonna make a dent in your back. Gosh, I'm gonna need one more change of gloves because it's all over my fingers now, and I don't want it to get all over the tape over here. One more change of gloves. I should just bring the box next time. Alright, good thing I just got a new box of gloves because the one I was using just ran out. And we will be in very big trouble. Okay, tape time, tape time. Alright, I wonder how this tape's gonna go. Probably should do in smaller pieces here. So we're gonna do it here. So basically I'm just gonna tape over the cracks and any place where excess lacquer has gone. I don't know, man. Have you seen bison? Bison have like really huge backs, and I feel like bison meat might actually be pretty nice. Don't know though. What is bison meat like, I wonder? Because whenever I think of bison meat, I think of this really tough meat. It's not like cow, where you have super tender parts because of the way they're raised. But it's all tough. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but there's a bunch of residue from my previous fix. So even if I fix this properly this time around, I don't think I still won't be able to use it. Or I might still be able to if I clean the insides enough. It's the outsides over here that's messed up. So I guess it'll still be okay as long as the inside is cleaned. So we're gonna tape that over here also. Yeah, make sure the tape is well placed. Okay. I don't know what kind of tape you would use for this. I think you can use, if you don't have the tape that they give you in the kit, I think you can also use like painter's tape. Painter's tape might work. I feel like this is the same type of tape as that. Just be glad that I don't have any hunting experience. Otherwise, you might be in trouble. I do have a sword, by the way. I do have a katana on the corner of my room, which was a gift from a family member. I wish I could show you the katana, but it's a little bit too big to put on camera. I can, however, show you whenever I do a cooking stream again. My very fancy knife. I've showed it a couple of times before, but it wouldn't hurt showing it again for sure. Just gotta figure out when to do the cooking stream. Actually, my 1-year anniversary is coming up in a few weeks. Maybe I'll do a cooking stream then. I don't know, I was kind of thinking of doing hot pot for my 1-year anniversary, and then we can have hot pot and maybe just look over some old videos or whatnot. Because my reincarnation, which is technically what the version 2 is not going to be ready by that time. I know some people look at their debut stream as a way to see how much they improved and how just cringe on their past selves. I'll probably do that for my 1-year anniversary. I would sing for you guys, but I haven't practiced any. Baking stream? I can do a baking stream. I can probably do a baking stream. I can probably just make my usual cookies. I don't do cake. I honestly don't do cake. So I do custards, I do bread. I do custards, I do bread, I do cookies, I do muffins. I can't do bread on stream because that takes at least an hour and a half to proof the bread. Or maybe I could make bread dough like at the start of the stream and do something else in the middle. Who knows? I don't know how that's gonna go down. The celebration when I do it is gonna be very relaxed. And it's probably gonna be like in the middle of the afternoon for me. So that way any unexpected things that may happen as far as cooking goes, which has happened before, can get resolved in a timely manner. I'm not scrambling to get it done before bedtime. So yeah, when I do my 1-year anniversary stream, it's probably going to start like in the middle of the afternoon, at least for me. I'm not sure how it is for everyone else, but yeah. I'll post it when the time comes. Okay, but anyway, so we have tape all over the cracks here where the excess lacquer is. And also I added some more tape where excess lacquer has been. So I think that's it for today. I think that's it for today. Let's just review really quick what we did. Glued this one big piece on the ramen bowl that should be fairly clean. This smaller piece with a bunch of more cracks, that's going to be a bit of more pain to deal with. So what I'm going to be doing is going to be putting these things in a box with a wet towel for 7 to 14 days, and hopefully by that time it's dry. And I may schedule another stream where we actually apply the gold and sanding to this bowl. I may also look for some turpentine so that I can wipe off the excess lacquer that's all around this thing. I'll probably have to do that soon. I just need to find out where I can get turpentine. Maybe like a Hobby Lobby or something. You should try to do some pizza muffins. I've never heard of a pizza muffin. I didn't even know you... Well, no. You can do anything with muffins, except when I think pizza muffin, I feel like the pepperoni or whatever toppings you put and the cheese on top, it's just going to be like a normal muffin. It's just like going to be a normal muffin. So it's like, I don't know. You can make a pizza cookie, and it's going to be slightly sweet, probably. You can make pizza anything, to be honest. Let me just tell you, I am very agnostic as far as how I do my recipes. Like, there are base recipes for what you usually make: pizza, pasta, certain specialty dishes, depending on how you look at it, can be remade into something drastically different. Like ramen is a very free-flowing, not free-flowing, it's a very flexible recipe because the basis of the ramen is broth and noodles. Everything else on top can be changed to anything. Pizza. Pizza essentially is just bread, maybe sauce, but it's bread and cheese. Bread, cheese, sauce. At the minimum, you can probably leave out the sauce and just have cheese. You can probably leave out the cheese and just have sauce. Toppings can be whatever you want, including pineapples. Yes, even including pineapples. Pasta. Now, a lot of people would like to say pasta are the noodles and the sauce. Yes, but it doesn't have to be tomato sauce. Are you feeling me here? It doesn't have to be tomato sauce. We don't have to use whole tomatoes. We don't have to use ground meat. We don't have to use milk. All those make different types of pasta. That milk will get you carbonara. Meat sauce will get you bolognese pasta. And then you have banana ketchup, which would get you Filipino spaghetti. Add some pork hot dogs in there. That's still Filipino spaghetti. I'm not quite sure what Neapolitan spaghetti is made out of for Japan, but that's also pasta. As far as I'm aware, as long as you have some sauce and noodles, pasta. Whatever you put on there can be anything. And I do want to do a pasta stream one of these days. Be ready for it. Be ready for it. But yeah, I'm one of those believers where you can experiment with food and make anything you want, and then maybe make people who are very traditional in their recipes rage. Yes. I might earn some hate if I do some recipes in the future that tread on those certain beliefs, but you know what? I'm probably going to do it anyway. Culinary next semester. Amazing, yes. Yeah, I mean, I do agree that as far as certain foods are concerned, there are very few ways to do it because it's a very specific. Sometimes a recipe is named the way it is because it's done in a very specific way. But that's very specific recipe also probably came from a much more general recipe that is a lot easier to make. That's my beliefs anyway. Doesn't mean it's right, but that's how I feel about it. And then if we look at if we make, let's say we make bolognese pasta, but don't use any meat in it. Can you still actually call it bolognese pasta? I don't think you can call it bolognese pasta. It's something else, but it's still a pasta. It's still spaghetti. So what's wrong with calling it that kind of pasta? Seafood spaghetti exists. You can put eggs on pasta, a half-boiled egg. Well, I think a poached egg. I think a poached egg is what I usually see on spaghetti in Japan. That still works, and it's perfectly legit. It's perfectly fine. But some people have objections to that. I don't understand why. Food does not have to be this strict thing. As long as it's edible, as long as it tastes good, and as long as it follows the basic form of whatever recipe it came from, I think you can still call it that. Like I said, there are very few exceptions to that thing, to that rule. If you call a meat pie and you use something else than meat, then you can't call it a meat pie. But if you have a meat in the meat pie, it's a meat pie. I don't know how else to say it. And then there's haggis. Haggis is haggis. You cannot change haggis. Haggis is haggis. This weird agglomeration of all the innards. There is no substitute to that recipe. You can't make any substitutes to that. It is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, that's all I got for today, guys. These will go into boxes. I'm gonna get a towel really wet and soaking, and I'm gonna check it in a couple weeks. And then if everything looks good, then I'll probably do another stream where we do the actual gold part of the Kintsugi, because Kintsugi is a gold binding, right? But I haven't done any gold yet. It's just lacquer, flour, and water. The gold is a decoration, essentially a decoration. But I think the gold acts as a sealant for the lacquer, which is what we really want, so that the binding doesn't come off when we subject this thing to water. Because I think that's what's going to happen if we don't do the gold seal. Anyway, that's all I got for now, guys. Thank you for joining me. I'll stream again tomorrow, and we're going to be going back to Lobotomy Corporation. And I hope you have your papers ready if you want to apply. Though I think right now we're on a hiring freeze, and we are going to work on training the people we do have, because I'm not sure if you were here last time, but the magical girl that we just contained in our facility is a bit of a pain in the butt. Not gonna lie, she is a pain in the butt. So yeah, I'm gonna clean up here, and I'll see you later, everyone. Thank you for joining me, and have a nice day. Let me see if we have anyone we can raid on Twitch really quick. I think we have one that we can raid. Yeah, I think it'll be okay. All right. So let me just type in the raid message here. We'll use that for the raid message. For anyone on YouTube that's watching, let me see. I think we don't have anyone in YouTube right now, so we're okay there. I am gonna go ahead and go to the ending screen, and we'll just type this raid message when we go to the next place. All right, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for coming. I'll see you guys next time. Have a nice rest of your day, everyone. And goodbye. Where is ending screen? Ending screen. There we go. There we go. And we are gonna go here. Oh crap. How do you raid? Here we go. I think we'll do this. Alright.